Have you ever been in a situation where a guy is too nice with you, but you can't exactly say if he likes you or he is just being polite? Like you are at a gathering with your friends, and there he is, smiling at you at every eye contact, offering you a drink, and making sure you're comfortable. His compliments seem heartfelt, and he always finds time to listen to you, even in a crowd. But he never really confesses anything, leaving you confused if he's just being nice or if he's really interested in you. This could be frustrating, but what if I tell you that you can uncover his true feelings for you? In the next few minutes, I shall reveal 12 signs a man gives when he has true feelings for you. With these signs, you will differentiate between politeness and real interest. So, are you ready to find out what he really thinks about you? Let's dive in. Number 12. His pupils dilate. Have you ever caught him looking at you with wide open eyes and his eyeballs larger than usual, as if he's seeing something magnificent? This is a strong physical sign that he actually is interested in you. You may have heard the phrase, eyes always tell the truth, so always dive into the depths of his eyes when you catch him staring at you. But the question is, how can it be a subtle sign of his likeness for you? I mean, eyes can coincidentally meet. Well, let me explain. You see, humans dilate their pupils in two situations. One is when we are in dark and we need better vision. The second is when we see something we really like. It's like staring at the scenery when we travel to the mountain regions, but it is also the same when one person looks at the one he likes. This happens because of the autonomic nervous system, which handles stuff we don't consciously think about. It's an honest, unintentional signal of interest. His eyes can reveal a lot more about his feelings than his words ever could. He will never look at you with dilated pupils if he's just being nice to you, so it's much easier to tell the difference. Number 11. He pays attention to his looks. Does he always appear polished and put together whenever he's in your company? Whether it's just a regular lesson class or a mutual friend's party? If yes, it could be a sign that he is really interested in you. Know that it is not about vanity, it's a lot more than that. Let me break it down for you. You see, guys are a little different than girls when it comes to appearance. While most girls always stay in the best versions of themselves with regular self-care treatments and stylish dressings, guys can be a little lazy at times, and many don't take an interest in how they look. Well, unless they have to impress someone. So tell me, have you noticed a bit of a shift in the way he used to dress? Did he change his hairstyle and look more decent now? Does he appear to be more groomed and well composed now? Then chances are he's trying his best to impress you. You see, when a person likes you, he tries his best to present his best version. And the very impression of this is, of course, the appearance of the person. Like, you can really notice his attention to detail from his head to his toe about his appearance. It's almost like he's saying, hey, look at me. I'm someone worth noticing. Number 10. He will stand up for you. What if I tell you that a guy who genuinely likes you will stand up for you in a difficult situation? Yes, it's not just a fairy tale of Hollywood movies. Guys do stand up for the woman they like. It's not just about grand gestures like protecting you against a villain. Sometimes it's the everyday moments when he shows he's got your back, and that truly matters. If you are not so sure about what this is about, consider these examples. Let's say someone is making you uncomfortable or disrespecting you in public. He intervenes and ensures you are treated with respect, no matter what the approach he has to take. If there is an argument with your friends, he takes your side and defends your viewpoints. If someone criticizes you unfairly, he speaks up to counter the negativity. If someone is making fun of you or criticizing you, he takes action to assert your limits and support your feelings. Now, he'll do it all without telling you about his true feelings. But if he's willing to do this much, then he definitely thinks of you as a valuable person. Standing up for someone often means he sees a future with you and wants to make sure you feel valued and protected. It's his way of showing that your happiness and security are important to him. Number 9. He will get a bit jealous. Have you ever noticed him reacting a bit defensively when you mention another guy in front of him? This could be a sign of jealousy, which is a subtle sign that he is interested in you. Jealousy often arises from a place of care and concern, revealing that he values your relationship and doesn't want to lose you. Now, you may not notice him reacting differently in such a situation, so let me break it down into different scenarios since jealousy manifests in different ways. Let's say when another guy is around you, he becomes a little bit more clingy and attached to you to ensure your attention doesn't divert from him. He makes excuses to spend more time with you, like he asks you to have lunch with him, or he may request help from you to help clear his confusion about some study topics. Similarly, he makes offhand comments or jokes about other guys you interact with, often hinting that they might be interested in you or questioning their intentions. You may notice a change in his body language too. He may become a bit quieter or more reserved, signaling discomfort when another guy is in company. Know that a guy who is just polite will continue to be polite in all scenarios, but the shift will only appear if he really likes you. Number 8. He wants to know all about you. Does that guy ask you a lot of questions about your life? When he really wants to know all about you, it's a strong sign that he's genuinely interested. If he's always asking questions about your life, your hobbies, and your experiences, it's because he wants to understand you better and build a deeper connection. It's not just about small talk. He's genuinely curious about what makes you tick and what you're passionate about. For instance, you might find him asking about your favorite things, your dreams, or even your past experiences. He'll remember little details you share with him and bring them up in conversations, showing that he's paying close attention to you and values what you have to say. For example, if you tell him your favorite foods, he remembers the whole list even after months. He knows your favorite type of movies or activities and plans or outings that align with those preferences. He takes note of small details, like your preferred temperature for your home or your favorite way to relax. This level of interest often means he's thinking about a future with you and wants to make sure he knows everything that's important to you. So if you notice him going out of his way to learn more about you and keep the conversation going, it's a pretty clear sign he's into you. Number 7. He wants you to be a part of his life. So tell me, does this guy always include you in his daily life plans? If yes, it could be that he wants you to stay in his life, which is a subtle sign of interest in you. He may not ask you out directly for a date out of shyness until he is ready to confess his feelings, but he tries other ways to keep you around him. Understand it like this. You see, when he is genuinely interested, he makes excuses to keep you around. For example, he invites you to his birthday party, Halloween, or any other event. He may also invite you to his family gatherings like marriages to show others that you are important to him. He may also share details about his daily life, like talking about his work, future plans, or personal projects, and involve you in those conversations. He may ask for favors or give you favors as an excuse to stay around. If he's doing all that for you, it's a positive sign that he's looking forward to being with you in the future as well, especially when he takes you to his family members or his childhood friends. Having future plans together, like talking about bringing a change together, is a great example. It could be a greener plant goal, building a shelter for animals, or charity work. Number 6. He will act differently around you. Imagine this, you see him standing over there with his friends, joking and laughing. His tone is very casual and his body language is relaxed. But as soon as you approach him, you feel a sudden shift in his behavior. His laughter becomes more focused on you. His posture straightens, his body language gets more composed, and he carefully picks the words before speaking. If you have experienced something like this, it means he's genuinely interested in you. Let me explain why. You see, when a guy likes a girl, he knows how he's coming across, and he wants to showcase his best qualities in front of that girl. He will wear an appearance that he thinks girls normally prefer in guys, and that's not just about the visual presentation. He may change his topics of discussion and direct them towards where you can feel more relevant. It's his way of showing that he values your presence and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. So you should take a positive note whenever you observe him reacting like this, and then perhaps take it as an opportunity to get closer to him by showing some affection towards him as well. Number 5. He does anything to keep you happy. Did you ever notice that this guy is being way too nice to you? I mean, he goes out of his way and does everything possible just to keep you happy. It's one of the strongest signs of truest feelings. When a guy genuinely likes somebody, keeping her happy becomes one of the motives of his life. And there are too many examples, from smaller to larger ones, that you may even notice, but he puts a lot of effort into them. Take this for example. He notices you had a rough day and he brings you a small gift, like a favorite snack or coffee, just to make you smile. If there's a local event coming in the city that you'd be interested in, he might surprise you with tickets and invite you to join him at the event. If you need help and you could use advice, he spends time with you, gives you thoughtful and wise suggestions, and ensures your problem is solved. He recalls, brings up little details from your conversations like your favorite TV show or a memorable trip that you mentioned to change your mood and make you happy. Number 4. He shares personal stories. Just like he wants to know about you, the next sign of genuine interest is that he wants to tell you all about himself or his personal stories. It's like out of nowhere he wants to start talking about his childhood memories, adventures, his experiences, or motives. You may listen to them out of politeness, but you probably missed the real reason why he shares those stories with you, which is, of course, his interest in you. But how does sharing his stories become a sign of interest? It means he's comfortable and happy enough around you that he allows you to join his world, showing that he values your presence in his world. Now, remember that some guys are naturally more talkative and some are just quieter. So, the way they connect with you is what will reveal their interest. If a guy who talks a lot is just talking the same as before, then it's not a sign. But if he is doing something different, like getting more emotional and looks way too happy, then you can consider it a sign. Similarly, if a quiet guy is speaking enough to share the story with you, it's a strong sign of interest in you. Number 3. He compliments you. Imagine this. You are talking to him and suddenly, for no apparent reason, he reaches for your face and pinches your cheeks. Tells you that you look stunning or that you look amazing today. It is not just a spur of the moment. It is a phrase that appears to be full of genuine sentiment in the performance. This level of concern sometimes suggests that he is genuinely interested in you as a person. When a guy showers you with compliments, it is not just politeness or admiration. It is a language being spoken. It is a way of expressing appreciation and affirming that he recognizes the things that set you apart as being special. For example, he might say, "I love the way you always light up a room with your smile," or "You have such a great sense of style. I always notice how well you dress." He could also compliment your skills, like telling you, "You did an amazing job on that project. Your hard work really shows." These compliments are a sign that he's paying close attention and wants to make you feel good about yourself. Number 2. He always fulfills his commitments. Did it ever happen that he made a commitment with you and he made sure it was fulfilled at all costs? It could be anything from a small daily task to an important one, but he always meets his end of the deal, even when it's not convenient for him. That's a subtle sign of his interest. When a guy always fulfills his commitments, it shows that he takes his promises seriously and respects you. For instance, if you asked him to call at a certain time for an assignment to help out, he calls at the exact time without a minute of delay. If you ask him to show up for a gathering, he shows up, even if he has to cancel other plans. If you ask him to do a task, let's say fixing your laptop, he will not leave until he fixes it, even if it requires him to go to the repair shops. He does all that to make an impression on you and have an impact on your life, signaling that he could be a great life partner who will look after you. So, it's okay not to shy away from asking for favors from him. Keep asking for favors once in a while if you want him to stay close and build a strong relationship. Number 1. He supports you. The last and most important sign of a guy's genuine interest in you is when he gives you his utmost support. It's like he becomes your shadow, available all the time whenever you need real help. Whether it's supporting you through a tough day at work or cheering you on for a personal achievement, his presence and assistance shows he genuinely cares. Now, there can be different types of support, and understand him like this. He may give you emotional support by giving a listening ear to all your problems. He may sit with you for hours listening to your stories and providing you with courage and words of comfort. If you need physical assistance, he makes himself available, such as helping you to move, run errands, or working on a project that is causing you stress. He cheers you on during big presentations or important events, giving you pep talks and expressing confidence in your abilities. So, if you realize that he is your biggest support in any situation, just know it is not out of kindness. It's a guarantee that, for him, you are a person worth fighting for. Let's finish our video here. I hope this video helps you ladies finding the right partner. Support us with a like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments section.